the ticking of the clock, the rush of breath, the beating of your heart, every single moment, a step closer to an inevitable end. For many, this thought brings a chill, a fear of the unknown, or a desire to simply ignore it. But what if confronting this ultimate truth wasn't morbid, but a profound catalyst for a life lived with unparalleled purpose, clarity, and peace? What if remembering that you must die was the secret to truly embracing life? This is the ancient wisdom of Memento Mori, a Latin phrase meaning remember you must die. It's not a call to despair, but an urgent, liberating philosophy, deeply rooted in Stoicism. In a world saturated with distractions, endless pursuits, and the constant pressure to achieve more, Memento Mori cuts through the noise, offering a timeless perspective that resonates profoundly with modern youth and anyone seeking genuine meaning. This isn't about dwelling on the Grim Reaper. It's about awakening to the preciousness of every second you have right now. It's the ultimate secret to embracing life, not death. Unveiling Memento Mori, more than a morbid thought. The phrase Memento Mori carries a powerful legacy, echoing through history from ancient battlefields to philosophical treatises. Roman generals parading through the streets in triumph would have a slave whisper in their ear, Memento Mori, a reminder that even at the peak of their glory, mortality awaited. This wasn't to diminish their achievement, but to guard against hubris and to keep their focus grounded. For the Stoics, this reminder was far more than a cultural ritual. It was a cornerstone of their entire philosophy of living well. The Stoics understood that the human tendency is to live as if we are immortal, to defer joy, to postpone action, and to assume that time is an endless resource. Memento Mori directly challenges this illusion. It's a stark, simple truth. Your time is finite. This isn't meant to induce fear, but rather a profound sense of urgency and appreciation. If you truly internalize that every breath is a borrowed gift, how would that transform your priorities, your actions, and your relationships? Consider the words of Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher. He lamented how often people squander their days chasing trivialities, accumulating possessions, or dwelling on past regrets. He famously said, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day." The one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time. For Seneca, Memento Mori was a call to live each day as if it were your last, not in recklessness, but with profound intentionality and virtue. It was about ensuring that when death finally arrived, you could look back without regret, knowing you had truly lived. The core of Memento Mori in Stoicism is about bringing death into the foreground of your awareness, not to be paralyzed by it, but to be propelled by it. It serves as a constant internal mentor, whispering critical questions. Are you living in alignment with your values? Are you making the most of your time? Are you truly happy or just busy? This ancient practice strips away the layers of illusion and distraction that often prevent us from living a rich and meaningful existence in the present. It reorients your perspective from the endless pursuit of external achievements to the profound cultivation of inner character and present moment awareness. The transformative power of Memento Mori for modern youth. In today's hyper-connected, fast-paced world, the principles of Memento Mori are perhaps more relevant than ever, especially for modern youth navigating a complex landscape of digital distractions, constant comparison, and immense pressure. This philosophy offers practical, profound shifts in how one approaches daily life. It's a powerful mental model for navigating the unique challenges of the 21st century. First, Memento Mori brings unparalleled focus and prioritization. Our lives are bombarded with endless stimuli, social media feeds, constant notifications, trending topics, and an overwhelming number of choices. This leads to decision fatigue, procrastination, and a sense of being perpetually busy, but never truly productive. We spend countless hours scrolling, consuming content, or pursuing goals that ultimately don't resonate with our deepest values. When you truly internalize your mortality, These trivial pursuits lose their shine. The fleeting desires for external validation, the endless comparison with curated online lives, the pervasive fear of missing out on something insignificant. These emotional traps quickly dissipate when confronted with the brevity of existence. Memento Mori acts as a powerful filter, forcing you to ask, is this truly how I want to spend my finite time? Does this action align with my deepest values? This clarity empowers you to ruthlessly eliminate procrastination, cut through digital noise, and clarify what truly matters. Whether it's your education, career, relationships, personal growth, or contribution to the world. It shifts the question from what should I do next to what should I do next that truly counts, given my limited time. This single question can revolutionize your productivity and sense of purpose. Second, Memento Mori cultivates profound gratitude and appreciation. We often take so much for granted. The simple act of breathing, the warmth of the sun, the presence of loved ones, the opportunities we have been given. It's human nature to focus on what's lacking, what we aspire to, or what others possess, rather than what we already hold. By remembering that life is a temporary gift, that loved ones will not always be by our side, and that every experience, good or bad, is transient, a deep and authentic sense of gratitude emerges. This isn't a forced, superficial gratitude, but an intrinsic appreciation for the ordinary. That morning coffee, a genuine conversation with a friend, a moment of quiet reflection, the simple comfort of a home. These seemingly mundane occurrences are transformed into invaluable moments. This shift in perspective transforms routine activities into moments of profound joy, fostering a deeper connection to the present and enriching every interaction. It allows you to see the extraordinary in the everyday, to cherish what you have before it's gone. Third, it is a powerful tool for building resilience and overcoming fear. Fear in its many forms, fear of failure, fear of judgment from peers, fear of loss, fear of loneliness, fear of the unknown future, often paralyzes us. It prevents us from taking calculated risks, from pursuing our passions, from speaking our truth, or from simply being our authentic selves. Memento Mori, paradoxically, lessens the sting of these fears. If death is the ultimate endpoint, the final cessation of all experience, then what else truly has the power to utterly destroy you? Failure becomes a learning opportunity, a temporary setback, rather than an existential threat to your worth. Criticism from others, especially from those who don't genuinely understand or support you, becomes merely an external opinion, not a reflection of your inherent value. The acceptance of impermanence means you can mourn losses deeply, but also understand that grief is a natural, albeit painful, part of a finite life, and that even in loss, there is potential for profound growth. This practice cultivates an unshakable inner fortitude, allowing you to face adversity with courage and resolve, knowing that the worst possible outcome is something you will ultimately face anyway, making every lesser challenge feel more manageable and less daunting. It equips you with the mental armor to navigate life's inevitable storms. Fourth, Memento Mori guides ethical living and integrity. When you live with the profound awareness of your mortality, your actions become a testament to your character, not just your cleverness or ambition. There's less time for pretense, for dishonesty, for superficiality, for backstabbing or engaging in petty disputes. You are more inclined to act justly, to treat others with kindness and respect, and to live in alignment with your deepest moral compass, even when it's difficult or unpopular. The question, how will I be remembered when I am gone, naturally leads to how should I live now in this very moment? To embody the virtues I admire, this internal accountability fosters authentic self-expression, pushing you to shed masks and live a life that truly reflects your values, rather than merely conforming to external expectations or chasing fleeting trends. It's about building a legacy of virtue, knowing that your character and the impact you have on others are the only things that truly endure beyond your physical presence. Your actions become your lasting monument. Finally, Memento Mori offers freedom from external attachments. In our consumer-driven society, Especially for younger generations, there's immense pressure to accumulate material possessions, achieve certain statuses, gain external validation through social media likes, or constantly upgrade experiences. This often leads to a perpetual state of dissatisfaction, where happiness is always just one more purchase, one more achievement, or one more trending activity away. Memento Mori powerfully liberates you from this endless, exhausting chase. If all possessions, all fame, all earthly achievements will eventually fade, crumble, and be left behind, then their power over your happiness diminishes significantly. This doesn't mean becoming an ascetic or rejecting all worldly goods in a rigid way, but rather gaining a healthy indifference to them. You can enjoy them, use them, appreciate them, but you are not enslaved by them. This detachment reduces anxiety about loss and frees you to pursue intrinsic values like wisdom, virtue, meaningful relationships, continuous learning, and purposeful contribution, all of which are truly within your control and cannot be taken away by death. You become the master of your desires, rather than their slave. Practical application: how to integrate Memento Mori daily. Integrating Memento Mori into your daily life doesn't require dramatic, morbid rituals or dwelling in melancholy. It's about small, consistent practices that subtly shift your perspective and infuse your day with a heightened sense of purpose and presence. 1. Morning reflection. Start your day with a conscious acknowledgement of mortality. As Marcus Aurelius suggested in his Meditations, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Extend this to, and remember that this day, like all days, is finite. It has a beginning and an end. What will you do with this precious, limited gift? How will you make this day count? This simple thought, as you wake up, can set a powerful intention for the entire day, guiding your focus towards what truly matters and away from trivialities, right from the first moments of consciousness. 2. Daily reminders. Use subtle, personal cues to bring Memento Mori into your awareness throughout the day. This could be a background image on your phone or computer featuring a stylized skull, an hourglass, a sunset, or even a simple quote about impermanence. You might place a small, symbolic object like a smooth stone or a tiny hourglass on your desk. The key is for it to be a gentle nudge, a brief visual trigger that prompts a momentary shift in perspective, not an alarming alert. A classic Stoic practice involved carrying a small, simple token, a coin or a ring, that served as a tangible reminder. For modern youth, this might be a subtle phone wallpaper, a Stoic quote on a whiteboard, a small sticker on a laptop, or even just setting a recurring silent reminder on your calendar. The goal is a quick, momentary thought that shifts your focus back to the present and its inherent value. Free negative visualization. Premeditatio malorum, this powerful Stoic exercise isn't about being pessimistic, but about cultivating profound appreciation by briefly imagining losing what you currently possess or value. Spend a few minutes thoughtfully contemplating how you would feel if you lost your smartphone, your internet connection, your job, your physical health, or even the presence of a loved one. This isn't meant to create anxiety or fear, but rather to inoculate you against future shock, and more importantly, to trigger an immediate, visceral realization of how much you already possess. When you return from this visualization, you'll find yourself feeling a profound sense of gratitude for what you still have, transforming routine blessings into truly precious gifts. This practice prepares you for potential setbacks, reducing their emotional impact if they do occur, and strengthening your appreciation when they don't. 4. Journaling. Dedicate a portion of your daily journal entry to Memento Mori. This is a private space for honest self-reflection. Ask yourself challenging questions such as, if today were truly my last day, how would I have spent it differently? What relationships would I have nurtured more deeply? What important words would I have spoken to those I care about? What unsaid grievances would I have released? What virtue would I have prioritized in my actions? This reflective practice helps you identify misalignments between your current actions and your stated values, prompting concrete adjustments for the future. It's a powerful tool for self-assessment, continuous improvement, and ensuring that you're living in alignment with your authentic self and not drifting through life unintentionally. 5. Facing discomfort, voluntary hardship. While not directly about death, the Stoic practice of engaging in voluntary discomfort, e.g., taking a cold shower, walking instead of driving short distances, occasionally fasting for a meal, sleeping on the floor, enduring minor hunger or thirst, is a powerful way to build resilience and cultivate detachment from external comforts. It reminds you that you are capable of enduring far more than you think, preparing you not just for the inevitable discomforts and losses that life will bring, but for the ultimate discomfort of mortality itself. It builds mental fortitude, self-reliance, and a deeper, more profound appreciation for the comfort and ease you normally enjoy. It makes you robust against life's unpredictable demands. 6. The last day exercise, intensified reflection. This is a more intense, but highly effective practice. Choose one specific day, or even just a few hours within a day, and consciously approach it as if it were your absolute last. This isn't about recklessness or indulgence, but about profound intentionality. How would you interact with loved ones? What unfinished tasks would you prioritize? What important words would you speak? What experiences would you truly savor? What virtues would you try to embody without compromise? This exercise forces you to strip away all distractions, fears, and trivial concerns, focusing only on what is truly meaningful and fulfilling. It serves as a powerful blueprint for how you might want to live every day, even when death is not immediately at your doorstep. 7. Mindful consumption and digital minimalism. Apply Memento Mori to your relationship with material possessions, digital content, and experiences. When you consider buying something new, pause and reflect on its true value relative to your finite time. Will this truly enrich my life, or simply add another fleeting distraction? When consuming digital content, be truly present and discerning. Is this enriching my mind, or merely killing time that could be spent on more meaningful pursuits? Recognize that every experience is transit, fostering a deeper appreciation for quality over mere quantity. This practice helps combat the endless cycle of consumerism and encourages a deeper appreciation for moments and genuine connections over mere accumulation. 8. Relationship focus. Knowing that your time with loved ones is finite makes every interaction infinitely more precious. Make a conscious effort to dedicate undistracted time to conversations, to be truly present when they are speaking, to express your appreciation and affection openly and regularly. Don't leave important words unsaid or acts of kindness undone. Mend fractured relationships where possible. This practice can profoundly deepen your bonds, ensuring you cherish the moments you have, rather than being plagued by regrets for the moments you missed or took for granted. 9. Career and ambition. Purpose-driven work. Memento Mori can powerfully guide your career choices towards purpose, not just prestige, financial gain, or external validation. If your time is limited, are you investing it in work that genuinely aligns with your values, utilizes your unique strengths, and contributes meaningfully to the world or to your personal growth? It encourages you to pursue work that you find intrinsically fulfilling, rather than just chasing external markers of success that will ultimately mean little in the grand scheme of your limited life. It can inspire you to take calculated risks to pursue your authentic passion, rather than playing it safe out of fear of failure or societal judgment. It helps you define success on your own terms. Common pitfalls and misconceptions. While Memento Mori is a profoundly liberating and powerful philosophy, it's crucial to approach it with the right mindset to avoid common pitfalls and misunderstandings. First, it is not about morbidity or nihilism. The goal of Memento Mori is emphatically not to become obsessed with death, to feel depressed, or to conclude that life is meaningless simply because it ends. Quite the opposite. The Stoic application of Memento Mori is about living more fully, more intentionally, and more virtuously, precisely because life is finite and precious. It's a call to action, an urgent plea to seize the day, not a surrender to despair or apathy. If you find yourself dwelling predominantly on the negative, fear-inducing, or morbid aspects of death. You might be misapplying the concept and need to recenter on its life-affirming purpose. Second, it's about balancing acceptance with virtuous action. Memento Mori teaches us to accept the inevitability of death, which is an external event entirely outside our control. This radical acceptance is a core Stoic principle. However, this acceptance should never lead to passivity, resignation, or a lack of effort. Instead, it should fuel virtuous action in the present moment, focusing diligently on those things that are within our control: our thoughts, our reactions, our choices, and our character. The Stoics were very active participants in life, driven by a sense of duty and purpose, precisely because they understood life's brevity. Third, it is not a license for recklessness or instant gratification. Some might misinterpret live each day as if it's your last as an excuse to live fast, die young, indulging in impulsive desires, avoiding responsibilities, or chasing fleeting pleasures without thought for consequence. The Stoic perspective is fundamentally different. It's about living virtuously and rationally, making choices that contribute to your long-term well-being and the good of humanity, not simply chasing momentary sensations. A well-lived life in the Stoic view is one of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These virtues lead to true fulfillment, not reckless abandon. It's about quality of life, not merely quantity or fleeting pleasure. In essence, Memento Mori is a profound mental tool that, when wielded correctly, sharpens your focus, deepens your gratitude, strengthens your resilience, and guides you toward a life of integrity, purpose, and genuine fulfillment. It serves as a constant internal mentor, reminding you that the time for living fully is always right now. The wisdom of Memento Mori, remember you must die, is not a dark shadow cast over life, but a brilliant light illuminating its preciousness. In our modern age, where distractions are endless and the pursuit of meaning often feels elusive, this ancient Stoic secret offers an incredibly powerful antidote. By consciously acknowledging the finitude of your existence, you gain an unparalleled clarity on what truly matters. You are empowered to cut through the noise, to prioritize your values, to cultivate deep gratitude for every breath, and to face life's challenges with unwavering courage. Memento Mori transforms fear into fuel, procrastination into purpose, and passive existence into intentional, virtuous living. This isn't about waiting for the future or dwelling on the past. It's about recognizing that every moment, every interaction, every choice is an opportunity to embrace life fully, authentically, and virtuously. It's the ultimate call to action, reminding you that the time to live is now. Embrace Memento Mori and truly embrace life.